Hello YouTube, Chester Boyer, and I am back with another third-party video review. And today I take a look at the DK-75 Prima upgrade kit from DNA Designs. So this kit is probably fit to go along with the Age of the Primes Prima Prime figure. So in this kit, you get a sword, a new Star Saber, a new head, a cape, and 4 little connection pieces, one of them having a handle on it, which we'll get to that later. So let's start with is the smaller bits. We're going to start with the sword and shield. All right, so here are the little pieces here. We're going to start with the small bits here. So we're going to start with is the shield. Got this nice pearl white, metallic light blue shield. Of course, we got some silver paint on here, which you can see at the top of the shield here looks like something out of the aligned continuity. So pretty neat. So with that. Nothing too crazy about the shield here. I mean, of course, they do spread out. This does spread out like this, but that is for that's for the because this and the sword do combine in a couple ways, which we'll see later. They got these two little H-shaped holes right here, and these are for the connected parts right here. Which now there's 4 of them here. These two here are for have like little H tabs on the top and the bottom. This one here has just one on the top. And this one has a handle. That's for the shield, which, of course, you can tell this goes with the shield. So you can plug this on here, and of course, hold the handle in. And you can take this one here and plug it on there like that. Which you could do that. Of course, we could do the same thing with the other two here if you want to mix and match. Now, the Star Saber here, this is a new version of the Star Saber. Of course, we got the nice longer blade, and we got the matrix built inside it, and then you got a nice longer handle. So, of course, we compare it here next to the original Star Saber. You can see almost looks similar, but this one's like a lot better. So yeah, even of course I forgot to plug the. And let me get the matrix out of Prima here real quick. Forgot to do that. There we go. And plug that on. All right, here we go. There you go. So here's a nice little difference here. Again, it goes got this nice detailed sword here, and then this one here. So yeah, pretty neat. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug this back into Prima. There we go. All right. Now, like I said before, the sword and the shield can combine in multiple ways. So you can sheath the Star Saber in like this, or you can do it this way. Plug it in like this, and then flip these bits out, become an axe, a battle axe. Again, pretty cool. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Of course, we're going to go and sheath the Star Saber in here. So there you go. Now we're going to talk about the head and the cape that comes in this kit. All right, next up we have the head and the cape. So we'll start with the head here. You can see this is Prima's new head. Of course, it's got the nice Templar look to it, or like, you know, a winged helmet design. Again, nice metallic blue eyes. Same with the crest up there, and of course, you got the nice silver paint on it. Again, beautiful. And of course, it's on a ball joint. Of course, it's on a ball joint, so this is not a head attachment. So you have to switch out the original head with this one. So we'll tell you how that later. So, and here's the most interesting one of the bunch is the cape. You see, it's this nice big cape here. Of course, we got Prima's insignia on it. And what's cool about this is that there's a little wire that goes through this cape right here, and you can actually bend the cape in many ways you want. So, which is pretty neat. Now, before I go to how I go to put this thing together on Prima, that this piece does come apart. This is designed to be like this, but you can actually unplug this, and you can plug the cape off. I'll explain why it is, because when we get to the vehicle mode, of course you can just plug this back on, like this, or you just want to twist it like this, because this can combine. This only combines with the vehicle. This can actually combine with the vehicle without the cape, which you'll see why in a few minutes. So with that, we'll go on. I'm going to do is I'm going to put this off camera and put this back together, so no worry. All right, so here is Prima here already. Now, you notice, yes, I did get repro labels for this figure from Toy Hacks. I mean, because it looks a whole lot better than Actually looks a whole lot better now. But now let's get right to the meat and potatoes of thing, is how you put this together. So really all you have to do is you just pop the head off. So just make sure you twist like this and then pry it out of there like that. Now he's headless. And then replace it with the new one. Do the same exact way. Just push it in, twist it like that, and there you go, new head. Now for the cape. All we have to do is you have to fold this up like this, and then you now this thing is held by friction, but thankfully because this piece folds down, you hold this in place and then push this down like this, and it'll keep the cape the cape part in place, so that way it's not going anywhere. So again, which is cool. And now for the sword and shield, now there's actually a couple ways you could store this thing. What you can do is if you remove the handle and replace it with one of these pieces here, you can actually plug the shield onto the back like this if you wish, but I do not like that because it brings a whole lot more of a backpack than ever. But for me, I like to do this, is by plugging it onto his arm like this. So sure, it looks ridiculous, but you know what? That's just how it is. And you come wondering, no, there is no way to store a sword onto the back like this. Like normally, short, sheaths, for a sword go like onto the side like this normally. But sometimes it can be stored in the shield as well. Yes, I did look it up. I mean, heck, even, Link from the Legend of Zelda, has that sort of thing. I know that. So, yeah. And, to finish it off, we're going to plug the Star Saber into his hand, which, of course, goes in goes in like that, and there you go. And we have Prima all upgraded from a Paladin to a Templar, which, again, this guy is beautiful. It looks gorgeous, especially with the Repro label stickers on. Again, beautiful. Again, very cool. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing crazy. I mean, it's, again, just a whole lot cooler. That's all. Now, Kev, if you want, you could pose this guy. Which, oh wait, actually, before we do that, and yeah, this is gonna come. This happens from time to time, but these will pop off as well. But that's not that big of a deal. But you can plug the shield into its arm, or if you want to hold the shield in his hand, just put this handle out, plug it in, and try and get that in there. There you go, just like that. And you can make him do this. So, again, pretty cool. And, oh, okay, I didn't plug this in all the way. There we go. All right. Now, Kev, you want? I think I've seen some photos of the heck. I've seen some photos of him pulling the sword out of the shield, which you can do that. Which of course, let me cut here. All right, here we go. So here's what I was trying to get here, is that you can make it look like probably he's about to unsheath the sword. Like you can see, there's the shield that's attached to his arm here, and him pulling the Star Saber out. So you could do something like that. So that's pretty neat if you want to pose him like that. So like he's getting ready to fight. So yeah. Now let's talk about the vehicle mode involving the kit. All right, so here's Prime vehicle mode, which, yes, the transformation is exactly the same as you normally would. And of course, and yes, the new head can actually fit under there. Well, the big problem with that is there's barely enough clearance to move this thing on wheels. Yeah, I feel like DNA just did not think this through, but you can't actually. You can see, yeah, you can't really, there's really no clearance between the wheels and the head because it's going to drag across the floor. It's going to scrape. But now, the one thing you can do, well, the only thing you can put on is that, if you've seen the photos of this upgrade kit from DNA Designs, but the only thing you can put on is the, this bit right here, which basically unplug this along with the cape and then plug it up, make sure this is upside down, and then plug this on like this, and just wedge it in here like this. So, and then push these bits in here, and there you go. That's really all you can do here. It's just it just gives them like just a reinforced bumper, front bumper. So, And if you're wondering, yes, you can in fact put the sword and shield. You can put the Star Saber and shield on the vehicle mode, which you can do that. So which you can do that. So just plug in like this, or which you can do that. So that's pretty cool. But really, so it's not much going on for vehicle mode except just a reinforced bumper, really. Yeah, nothing too crazy. So yeah. So overall, this upgrade kit is highly recommended if you're a fan of Prima, and if you want to give, if you want to upgrade his look, from being a Paladin to a Templar, if you wish. And yeah. Now, obviously, this is a third-party product. This is gonna be expensive because third party. So yeah, I love the new sword. I love the new Star Saber look, the shield, and a nice head design. Again, the nice winged helmet look. And yeah. And of course, I love the cape, which what I like about the cape, like I said earlier, that you can actually bend parts of the cape, so you can actually, in multiple ways you want. Like, make it like it's flying through the wind like this, if you wish. I mean, it's all there. I mean, again, it's very cool. Now, looking at the type of material that this cape is made, it looks like I'm guessing it's nylon or something like that because of the glossy look to it. I guess it might be nylon. Let me know in the comments if you own this kit. Now there does exist another. There's actually a few versions of this kit. One is called the DK-75W, which is basically, it gives you just the Star Saber, the shield, and these two connection pieces. And that's it. No head, no cape. Now there's also another version which is called the DK-75Y, which basically replaces the blue colored plastic with yellow colored plastic. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna stick with color consistency and give them just stick with this color, this color scheme. Clear blue, silver, and some white. And honestly, it looks a whole lot better in my opinion. So yeah. So yeah, I do recommend this set if you want this kit, if you want to upgrade Prima, and if you're a fan of Age of the Primes, especially the 13 Primes. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. This concludes my review of the DK-75 Primap upgrade kit from DNA Designs. And until next time, which I'm going to take a look at the Age of the Primes Voyager class Nexus Prime figure. So, thanks for watching. I hope what you saw. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon next to it. You can follow my Twitter/X and like my Facebook page. Links in the description below. And with that, I am signing out.